Good morning, guys. Just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. I put these wall walkers on the wall last night, more or less exactly midnight, and they haven't moved at all. So that's a problem. Poundland Party Pack Neon Wall Walkers stuck and probably making marks on the wall. Yes, I'm in trouble now. They've left stainy spots. So, don't put Poundland Wall Walkers on the wall. Hi guys, I happen to have this anti-damp paint that I use when we get leaks in the roof, and also we do quite often get a leak around the corner of our conservatory there. So the edge that you can't see back this way, I've had to cope with this quite often. So I got that, and I've put an initial layer over the spots. Now at the moment you possibly can't see them, but they are beginning to show through. I think that one's probably easiest to see, but I'm not going to worry about that too much at the moment. I'll give it another coat in a minute. I'm only giving it a light sort of patting the coat on anyway. If we can get that to seal, then we can give it another coat to try and hide the colour, because what I don't want is it leaching through. So at the moment I can see it coming through. So we'll let that dry thoroughly and then give it another go. Yeah, that one's showing quite well now. Now the light's on it in the... Right, so I've painted it after 2 o'clock, about 2:30. Have to leave it at least 4 hours before you recoat it. Well, I've actually left it, that's about 7 hours, isn't it? I think we can still see quite clearly where the stains were. So it isn't a single coat fix. I'll give it another coat. I'm hoping that the first coat will have sealed it. So maybe the second coat will do better. Only one way to find out. It's either that or I've got to... Yeah, well no, let's not think too far ahead. Do it a step at a time. Second coat done. I can still see the pink spots. I mean, it hasn't dried yet. It might dry a little bit more opaque. But that's 2 coats. The next option is to use gloss paint. The problem with gloss paint is if you then want to put emulsion over the top of it, quite often it flakes off. Which is why we're using this other stuff, because it is designed to be able to use ordinary emulsion over the top of it. It's not dry yet, as you can see, it's still shiny, so it might dry a little bit more opaque. We'll have a look in the morning. Good morning, guys. Well, I can still see the pink spots. That's depressing. We may have to put gloss paint on. Right, the next day, so it's Tuesday the 21st, I've now resorted to white gloss. You can probably see it there. So we'll see how many coats of white gloss it takes to hide the red dots. Very annoying. Good morning, guys. Well, we put gloss paint on last night. I still know where the spots are, but I think they're pretty well covered up. I don't know if I'm going to give it a second coat or not. Probably, because I'm like that. But that looks better. As I've said before, the problem with gloss paint is most emulsions won't go over it. Good morning, guys. Another day gone. Another coat of white gloss. I think we may have finally covered over the red spots, but now we've got to figure out how we can get emulsion over the gloss and not peel off. Good morning, guys. Another day gone. Another morning. Right, you won't see much here. I glossed over the stains yesterday, or the day before yesterday, so that's dried well. What I did yesterday down here is that little patch which I had glossed. I've now covered with that paint again to see if it wrinkles up over the gloss. And if we study it very carefully, which I don't think we can here, all right, and we've got a bit of a wrinkle just there, which is the problem that you get when you try and put emulsion over gloss. So we're going to have to rethink or look for a different type of paint. Because that's the problem. You put gloss on it, you can't put emulsion on it. Right, this one's £18. 0.75 litres. Or we go to this sort of stuff. On metal, ceramics, glass, PVC, ABS, wall tiles, laminates and melamine. And that's £18. So we'll go for that one. Or that one. It's all expensive stuff, this. I'm very tempted to go for this one because it says perfect for blocking stains such as grease, nicotine and crayons. Whatever it is, it's expensive. Right, so that's what I chose in the end, mainly because it said it would go over crayon and grease. So that's the gloss that I put a bit of that over. And depending on how good the camera is, you will see there's some little wrinkles in the surface, which is where the that stuff hasn't gripped the surface properly and it's wrinkled up as it's dried. What I'm going to do with this stuff is try it on this patch of gloss. Of course, if I hadn't put gloss on it at all and hadn't done anything else to it, I should have been able to use this direct. But that was 18 quid. I think it was 18. It was either 14 quid or 18 quid for a little tin like that. Whereas I already had that, which is why I was trying that, and I also already had the gloss. So it was worth a try. It makes a video for YouTube, whatever I do. And if it's wrong, it means people can comment and tell me what I did wrong. So back to where we are. We'll try that over a bit of gloss and see what happens. And while we're at it, we'll put some of this where we've got black marks where things have been leant up against the wall. So we'll see if it can clear that at the same time. Right, so the main test, just see where I put it there, just about. Main test will be to see whether that goes wrinkly. Just a thought, this is the sort of place that paint should be really good on. Around a light switch where we got horrible dirty fingers have left marks over the years. You can get a plastic plate that goes round there, but obviously we didn't fit one. So we might try that in either a separate video or maybe add it to the comments on this video. All right, it's had several hours to dry. So this is the patch that I covered. And that looks absolutely perfect. You really can't see anything on the camera, to be honest. But that's gone over the gloss with no wrinkles or anything. That's perfect. So I shall cover the rest of it. And as I said earlier, had I bought that straight away and used that, then we wouldn't have needed to do all the rest of it. That stuff didn't do what I needed it to do. And then putting gloss over it in panic just to get rid of the stains, to hide them, was, as I said, a bad move because it meant I can't emulsion straight over it. Whereas this latest stuff, we can emulsion straight over that with no trouble. So I'll cover the rest of the gloss with it, and that'll be done, I think. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.